What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls postgame coming up right now. Bulls drop their 10th straight, 131-99 to Coby White and his new team, the rising Charlotte Hornets. But modest Buzelis at a career-high 32. We'll break it down next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our CHGO Xfinity Loft here in downtown Chicago. CHGO Bulls postgame presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Thanks for being here, Bulls Nation. Hit that like button if you're hanging out with us in that YouTube chat. The like button is free, and 100 of them will earn you a Take-a-thon spin at the end of tonight's festivities.
Never forget.
I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's my guy, Big Dave. Bam!
Bam!
BAWL Sports. King of Controls, one and only Joey C. Joey.
M-A-T-A-S. Back to you.
B-U-Z-E-L-I-S.
Let's go.
Will the Go Gottlieb will join us later on tonight's postgame for his intel from the locker room for Billy Donovan and his thoughts on the game. That's 10.
That happened.
Another game.
Yeah.
Bulls deadlocked at half, essentially. It was a one-point game at half.
It was.
How many games in this recent trend have we seen where they're within 5, maybe up a couple, maybe down one, and then the third quarter happens? Those good old third quarters, Dave.
Those good old third quarters, Matthew Peck.
Tonight was particularly third quartery.
Yeah.
42-16? Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Wow.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, that was, whoa.
Whoa.
We talked about how good they were in pregame, and you specifically brought up what they've been doing since the month of January.
Yeah.
And how they were second in offense in the NBA.
Yep.
And 10th in defense. And you saw both.
Yep.
You absolutely saw both in that third quarter. It started with the offense. Actually, if you want to go back to even for a little further and to start the third quarter, you could say it started with the defense because the Bulls didn't bounce the ball to Josh Giddey. He got the half court, and they took it from him and went the other way. So they started it off that way, but Con Knipple went on them in that third quarter. And then Brandon Miller, I mean, just continued it on, and then they just continued to pile it on and pile it on and pile it on. Everybody on their team who does one thing good did all those things good.
Yeah.
So you saw Con doing what he did. You saw LaMelo start doing stuff. You saw Diabate start getting all kinds of rebounds from them. It was all about that third quarter leading to the fourth. And I mean, just the execution and pure domination of it. And it was great to see Coby White out there. First of all, we'll get into that later, but even he just chipped in with 10 points. His 10 points was basically like kicking somebody while they were already on the ground.
Yeah.
And he just like, let me get my shots in too. So, I mean, you thought they were going to lose this game, but, man, that was a beating that they put on the Bulls and let them know the separation of what's going on right now. Again, the Bulls are trying not to be, good right now. They're in a stage, as they said. But another game, Matt, the third straight game, where that third quarter tells the tale. Those good teams, we all know in that third quarter, it's when it starts and when it kicks off. So, as you said, close in that first. And, again, the Bulls did the same. They came out in that first quarter, close, cooking, hitting their shots, looking. I mean, we saw Lee with a new haircut. I mean, he was out there, doing stuff.
New hair. Save Lee.
Save Lee. That's from a 3 to a 3.5. But you saw them, they were up by, 8 at one point in time? They went
Bulls?
up
47-41, right? Or was it 47-39?
They were up 10, I think.
Okay, 10.
I think they got that lead up to 10. I think it was like 46-36.
They were up there. I remember 45-37. But regardless.
9. Bulls' largest lead was 9.
It's all a fog.
They were up there. My point, they were there. They were up there, and they were trying. And that third quarter, when it hit, when it came, I mean, belt to ass is what it was, as Lance Briggs would say. But it was a beating by Buzz City, man. They were on fire, all right, in that third quarter. 42 points to 16 points. And the Bulls get their 10th loss in a row. That's a lot of losses right there, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, that's what happened, Matt. Let's go home. We're done. All right.
I mean, look, for some people in Bulls Nation who have certain priorities, and I know not everybody sees it this way.
The stage, Connor.
You could call tonight's result fantastic. The Bulls lost again to a team that is near them in the standings, that the Bulls have no business somehow miraculously finishing above in the actual standings and desperately must finish above in the draft lottery standings.
Sure.
You took care of that L. Modest Buzelis looked great.
Yes.
End of list.
The end of list.
Things I cared about in tonight's game.
Yeah.
Bulls secured the L. Modest looked great.
Yes, man.
Everything else right now, in this Bulls fan's eyes, does not matter. Doesn't matter one iota. I would have liked it if Josh Giddey looked better than he did tonight. He did not look great.
Yeah, he did not.
Big old chunk of turnovers yet again.
Huge.
Missing bunnies inside.
Yeah.
Didn't shoot the three particularly well tonight, like he has, to his credit, been known to do recently.
Yeah.
But Sexton, even Dillingham, who played 23 minutes off the bench. I didn't, he had 5 dimes. He also had 3 turnovers. I didn't particularly love anything I saw from him tonight.
Me neither.
It was the Modest Buzelis show.
Yes, it was.
And I have no problem with that.
I will never have a problem
Matter of
with
fact,
that.
it's the opposite.
Yes.
I very much love that. Because we have been talking, even on yesterday's show, post-game on Sunday, our Monday podcast, like how important it is for this team for Modest to ascend to a better version of a player than he is right now.
Yes.
And trying to be patient about that.
Yes.
But also not being very patient about that, because what the heck else do Bulls fans have to believe in right now?
Why is, again, minimum of 12 shots is what I wanted from one Modest Buzelis. That was the minimum I wanted from him.
19.
Tonight, 19
Thank
shots.
Freaking God.
Thank you. It's what I wanted. Do you know the most exciting moment of the game for me was the first quarter?
We all know, Dave.
Yeah, all
know what your favorite moment.
Then let me walk you through it then, Matt. Walk with me, sir. Walk with me. When Modest Buzelis, with Con Kniffle on him at the top of the key, goes between the legs a couple of times, gets inside that three-point line, and he gets there. And I'm looking like he always does this. This is how it happens. And then he makes a move, a nice move, to free up just a tad space. Not even a lot of space, just a tad bit of space. But you know, enough space, it was enough space for somebody who was tall enough to get that kind of shot off.
Yep.
Something I haven't seen him do. But he cleared that space, and I mean within rhythm. He shot that ball. And the moment he fixed his arm to look like a shot, I was out of my seat.
Oh, yeah.
I was out of my seat. And I was like, wait, is he shooting? He's shooting a mid-range. And then as the ball went up and in and swished through the net so gloriously, Joey C up and runs right to me. We high-five and hug like we just won Game 6. I was over the moon. Ecstatic. Serious, you would have thought it was a victory. Man, I hadn't been that happy in quite a while watching something happen for the Bulls. But when he took that shot, oh my God. And did you see what it was? It was within rhythm.
Yep.
This is all I've been screaming about. I'm not talking about his handles. Yes, he needs to work on them. I'm not talking about him getting other stuff. I'm saying when this is presented to you and it's there and it's in rhythm, just take the shot. That's it. It's all I want to see. Because after you saw him hit that rhythm shot, you saw the rest of his shots start going like that. And what did he do? Oh, it just ended up with a career high tonight. Was it because he took and hit the mid-range shot? I don't know, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it was because of that, because I've been wanting to see it, man. He just looked in better rhythm. That was the key of it all for me. And when he hit that shot, you just saw, if you watch his face, you just saw confidence do like this.
Yep.
You just saw it go way up. And then next thing you know, once he came back in, Matt, layups. You know what I mean? You saw him going to the buck, taking these real tough, ill layups, man. What was that one layup he had when he cocked it like this a couple times and went up with the left?
His left hand was awesome.
Oh, it was
Left hand was
awesome
gorgeous
tonight, man. But I'm telling you, that is a part of it. Because you know what makes his inside game better? When teams have to worry about him hitting a couple of mid-range shots. That frees up stuff getting to the middle because they'll be a little more frozen because they're a little worried about you hitting that shot right there. It frees it up. So that's why I want to see him do all this stuff, man. It was just really exciting, Matt. It was very exciting because it was the right shot. It wasn't forced. He wasn't just shooting it to be shooting it. It was within rhythm. The timing was perfect, and the shot was right on. It was the best thing about what I saw from Modest tonight. And he had 32 points, man. Oh, I was so excited. I was just incredibly excited to see him actually do that.
He had 32 points. We have currently 32 likes. That's not enough for a tank spin. Shout out to everybody hanging out with us. Hit that like button. It's free if you want that tank spin at the end of tonight's postgame. But speaking of that chat, why don't we check it out, Joey? Check out what people are saying in that Bulls fan chat. Checking it out. It's sponsored by our friends at Old National Bank. Every play matters, whether it's the field or in your financial life. The best teams win by delivering excellence at every level. Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Member FDIC. Right. A lot of people excited about the game they saw from Modest tonight in that chat. Gio saying, hi, guys. Yuck. At least Modest played well. Good to see Coby and bring on that top lottery pick. Yeah, we'll get to Coby in a minute. But, yes, the game, yuck. Modest, hooray. That's kind of where we are right now. Niles Reed saying, yes, Dave, we got Modest middies tonight. Several fire emojis. Several siren emojis.
Felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it feel good, though, man?
It did. Fine Dave in the chat saying, he shot a midi.
Dude.
I love the aggression. He was cooking.
He was aggressive.
Coach James saying, I'll take a Modest dominant loss every game this season.
Yep.
Anthony bringing the chat down, saying the problem is that Modest is going to be around the loser organization and not develop as he should going forward. Look at one Lowry Markkanen. I mean, a lot of people make that comp. A lot of people just talk about the player development struggles of this team in general, whether it's Lowry, Modest, Coby. Noah is like a red shirt. Like you can't lump him into that.
Yeah.
Patrick? Yeah, absolutely. You can lump him into that.
Yes, correct.
Gio saying Modest 30 points tonight was very nice. PT
was.
Soren, what up, our guy Paul saying Modest channeled his inner DeMar tonight. Look, I would like to believe that Modest has a strong enough head on his shoulders that while I'm sure, and Goat told it to us on Sunday, their 9th straight loss.
Yes.
That locker room was oozing frustration.
Yes.
I'm sure it is again tonight when you
Yeah.
lose by 30. I want to believe that Modest is strong enough to endure what will be a challenging remainder of this season and use it as motivation to get into the gym and work on his game all the harder this offseason.
Sure.
So that he can come in, hopefully in year 3, as more of a vocal leader whose game is stronger and say, everybody, not necessarily get behind me and line up, but we collectively can do this, and I am bringing my game to the next level to try to help us do this.
Right, correct.
It's not automatic that all of those things will happen, but I have to have some semblance of cautious optimism that Modest is capable of that, and whoever his teammates are next season are capable of that, because if not, then bye. Like, what? You got to hang your hat on something.
Yeah.
But Modest has continued to show us at a young age that he does speak like a player with that level of confidence.
Yes. If you can have the frustration of when he's missing shots and having all the turnovers and not taking the mid-range, then you can have the same type of optimism when you see it actually all come together and work. So I think it works both ways, man. I think you're right to feel some sense of optimism watching him do that. Because you wanted to see him take over. You wanted to see him get the basketball and say, okay, I'm the best player on the floor. You didn't want to see, you love that he's saying it, but you wanted to actually see him do it now on these games right now because there's no one else there. That's it. It's him and it's Josh Giddey. And when Josh Giddey is having a game like he is tonight, well, sir, then it's on you. Well, then you go do it and you go take it. And that's what he did. He said, give me the basketball, cleared stuff out, taking those 3-point shots. 6 of 11 from the 3-point line was Modest Buzelis. And that came with rebounding. The 7 rebounds. How much better would it have been if you saw a 10 next to that?
Ooh.
Wouldn't it have been extra sexy?
I mean, I'll still take it.
Extra sexy.
But.
No, you still take this. But I'm just talking about how sexy it would have been. No, you can absolutely be optimistic about what you saw from Modest Buzelis today.
You absolutely can. Connor with a comment quickly before break saying, I'd like to take more away from the Modest performance, but the second half was just so garbage. Not sure how good those reps were in garbage time, but I'll take it, I guess. Yeah. Modest had 16 and a half, 16 in the second half.
Yeah.
I think he had like a couple of like the last 3 he hit was early to mid fourth quarter. He hit that trailer 3 from the right wing. Okay. Maybe it was already garbage time. Basically the whole fourth quarter was garbage time. But in the third quarter, tough as it was, Modest had a couple of nice buckets.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be picky about seeing Modest seize opportunities.
He did it through the whole game.
And he did it through the whole game. It's not like he only scored in garbage time.
Yeah, 14 in the first half.
That was a deadlock game at half, and he had 16 in the first half.
Excuse me, 16.
Yeah.
Dude,
So,
halfway there.
as Connor also said in the chat, I'll take it. We got to knock out our first break. When we come back, lots more to get to from tonight's game. We'll also hear from Will the Go Gottlieb. If you want that tank spin, keep them lights coming.
Better come on.
It's free, y'all.
It's free.
We'll be right back. CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Xfinity.
Yeah.
Introducing the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Dave, what if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi?
What?
And what if you could keep it at the same price for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
You're crazy.
That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
What?
It's a real thing.
Shut up.
Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. Shout out Bruce Willis. And that lets you stream the game even when the whole family is online. All of your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts. No hidden fees. And Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me. Take it from Big Dave. 2 Xfinity customers in our homes.
Yep.
Championships are won. Records are broken. Dreams grow together. But your Wi-Fi, it should stay reliable. And the price should stay the same. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select supplies only. Restrictions apply.
Starting a business could be difficult. Starting your own business can be a little bit hard. But you want to make it easy because you want to make that money. You need Shopify. Ching! You got to have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's important. Shopify is the e-commerce platform behind millions and millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States of America. Shopify even powers the CHGO merch store. Kapow! Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Shopify right there. They've got you covered with website creation, product descriptions, email, and social media marketing. They've got it all. So if you're ready to sell, you are ready for Shopify. So turn that big business idea into cold, hard paper with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along on Tuesday night, following the Bulls' loss to Coby and the Hornets. Coby and the Hornets. Peck, Big Dave, Josie under controls. Good news, we have an opportunity to try to watch Modest Buzelis try to score 32 more points on Thursday.
We do.
Even better news,
Tell me.
we're going to be hanging out at the Standard Bar in Wicker Park watching that game.
Yeah.
February 26th. That's Thursday. That's the day after tomorrow. We will be doing another Michelob Ultra Pop-A-Shot Showdown. Free to attend. Don't need a ticket. Don't need an RCP. Just show up. Standard. We'll be there starting at 6 p.m. Michelob will be there with their fine folk, and they will bring a Pop-A-Shot. And y'all can compete to win 4 free tickets. Bulls Suns at the Madhouse, April 5th. One of those last chances to see Modest in the flesh this season, and whoever else is out there. But yeah, come on through. Hope to see you at the Standard on Thursday.
Always
get your Bulls takes off.
That's it. And definitely want to emphasize, it is free, ladies and gentlemen. You just show up and you come through and you're entered into it. If you want to pop a shot for some Bulls tickets, it's free to enter. It's free to come in, free to enter, and free to give us your Bulls takes because we will be hanging out with you all, watching a little bit of the game before we have to get back and do the post-game show. But we will hang out with you all for at least that first half, talk some Bulls with us, man. come on, share some drinks with us, have some Michelob Ultra, try to win some Bulls tickets, and let's laugh with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad time right now, Bulls Nation.
Yeah,
a lot of losing going on.
Yeah,
come be amongst friends, man, and hang out with us.
Boom.
Yes, they have wings.
I was gonna say, our guy Paul asking in the chat just wanted to confirm. Just pulled up their menu. Shout out to Standard Bar. First thing at the top of their menu, jumbo wings.
Jumbo wings, P.
Question levied, question answered.
That's right. Come on in, my friend. Come on in. Oh, and real quick, let me get off a cheap plug here. CHGO Wrestling just had a awesome interview today with the WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. She was here in studio today with myself and Greg Boyson. Shout out Sean Anderson on production. That show is up right now. And then tomorrow, we will be talking to the man, the myth, the legend, who my man Matt Peck calls Homelander. That is the one and only Cody Rhodes. We will talk to him tomorrow.
The women's champ. Remind me one more time what her name is.
Jade Cargill.
She was right there front and center.
She was.
Center court of that Bulls game tonight.
She was representing.
People
see the fit.
People know her.
Claude.
They should have given her minutes.
She was a former ball player.
No, we were talking about
I told you. She was top 10 in a lot of stuff when she was playing, man.
her versus Lachlan.
Yeah.
Lockheed in 101.
Yes,
Just find
man.
out. I just want to find
Yeah.
out.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. K.O. Ash James. That's how I say your name, just because I wanted to. But thank you very much. Make sure y'all check it out and keep on hitting that like button. We get to that tank spin, baby.
That's
Come
right.
on.
Shout out to our guy Prison Mike, who said, "Tank loss, job well done. Please, folks, hit that like. Tankathon spins are my only sanity in this Sisyphean task of being a Bulls fan." Great callback.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Thomas also in the chat, who said, "What upsets me about this game is yes, Modest played great, but when the other 10 guys played terribly, it gives me little to no hope for the future. Join the club."
I disagree because those guys, a lot of them are around. So it's not, again, as Matt said, it's not about them.
No.
And that's why he feels that way.
Precisely.
Yes, right.
Precisely.
It's why he feels that way, y'all. It's because he knows these dudes, a lot of these dudes ain't going to be here.
The
It ain't
Bulls
about
got
them, man.
15 guys on their roster right now. I can say confidently 1.5 are keepers.
Yes, correct.
1 Modest, half Noah Esenge, redshirt rookie. We have no idea. And y'all know how I feel about the omitted third. But hey, you're allowed to include him in your list.
He'll be here however
He'll
feels.
be here.
He'll
be here for sure.
And Patrick Wood, you got to throw Lee in there. He'll be here. He'll be here.
I'm talking about useful players for next season and beyond.
You got to call Giddey useful at least, man. You got to give him the use. We can't put him in the Patrick Lee Williams bin.
Fine.
He's at least useful. Come on. That's tough work, baby.
I do want to see Josh Giddey grow like a Revenant beard throughout this losing streak. You know what I mean? Get really kind of like woodsy about it. The way Patrick Williams cut his hair. Just go for it, dude.
Lost all his friends and he just grows his beard out.
Wild eyes.
Just
go
going
feral about it.
Jalen Smith erasure. No, we're not erasing Jalen Smith.
He's got another year on his deal. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay. He can still hang around. Yeah, he's been solid. We've been singing Jalen Smith's praises.
We have. That's true. That's very true.
Even when Vooch was still around, he was playing solid. When Vooch departed, he stepped up even more. Collins has been gone since 2022. He wasn't even here yet at that time. It's the Jalen Smith show. Shout out Buzelis for knocking down a few threes.
Yeah.
Nick Richards.
Oh.
Boy, bye. Oh, my God.
That's what he said. That's what he just said.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Who would win in a Nick Richards versus Patrick Williams tank-off? Listen, I'm going to tell you like this.
Nobody.
Patrick Williams is looking at you like, well, you come for the king.
Yo.
Best not miss, my friend. You best not miss. I'm just saying, man. I'm taking Lee in that. I mean, Nick is going for it. I gotta say, he's going for it. But I don't know, man.
I just, ooh. You know what? Maybe Pat was just ready for a change.
Yeah.
Got rid of them. Okay.
Just trying to do something new.
It just reads so like, this is not the fresh start you're looking for.
He had to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he doesn't want to play bad. You know what I mean? He doesn't
Every
want
human
to do
being
like
should
that.
have full autonomy over what they do with
Sure.
the hair on top of their head.
Sure, he doesn't want to
It's
play
just-
bad. He just,
It's just like, fresh start.
he's trying.
No.
I'm trying anything out here, man. He's like, I'm trying something.
I'm
all right.
desperate.
Because no matter what, I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play 20 plus minutes. You know, this is gonna happen when I get out there on the floor. So what do you have tonight? 26 minutes? 26 minutes tonight, 11 points, 4 or 6 from the field, 3 or 5 from 3. But the 4 turnovers definitely were bad.
And they were some.
And they stood out.
They were some pat gems.
He definitely played like he got a haircut too, because he hit that first 3.
Yeah.
And then he got in transition.
Yeah.
And he started moving and
Yeah,
shaking,
yeah,
and like,
yeah.
We were
The shoulders
joking.
were shimmying.
He was aerodynamic with
Yeah.
the new haircut. Boom, turnover.
Yeah,
Next
yes.
play.
Yes, that's how it
I think he
happened.
threw the ball away. And it's just like, oh, dude.
It's exactly how it happened, man.
But honestly, for all of the glorious turnovers, I think my favorite Pat moment tonight may have been, I think it was the third quarter, when Knipple just gave him just the simplest of crossovers
Yep,
with
on
a
the
little
elbow.
hezzy
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
And just crossed Pat the F
He did.
over.
Mac fell out on that.
Oh,
That's true.
dude, oh my
He
God.
did. He
Oh,
did.
Lord.
He fell out on that.
Which one of
man.
those dudes is a rookie?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one's a 6-year vet?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one's making $90 million?
Yeah. Yeah. It was bad.
Ah!
It is.
Shout out Brandon
Shout out Brandon
Matter of
Bills.
time.
Oh,
Shout out
God.
to the branded one. Brandon Bills. Shout out to you. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough. Tough work.
With that, should we quickly acknowledge our Game Day difference maker, Dave?
I think we should.
We should. And shout out to Game Day Men's Health as well. Game Day difference maker brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Better father, better husband, better man. Go to Game Day Men's Health. Visit GameDayCHGO.com to find locations closest to you. Modest Buzelis. Dave?
I'm going other team here. I'm going Brandon Miller.
Okay.
I could go Con Knipple.
You could.
Very easily. But
Got that 21, by the way.
where, yes, he did. Where Con Knipple started, Brandon Miller finished it. Because Con got off, he started doing his thing. Like I said, he went on like an 8-0 run by himself. But then Brandon Miller saw that and started absolutely cooking.
Yep.
Right after that, man, he started going clean in. Finished with 23 points in 25 minutes. 5 of 9 from the 3-point line is what he did. 9 of 16 from the field. I mean, when he's hitting those shots, and for me, he has been the true key of what's happening with Charlotte. And I give it to, Con Knipple, and I will continue to say he is the reason. But Brandon Miller being healthy and being out there on the floor and contributing consistently for this team is something that they can lean on, depend on. It's been huge, for them that he has been doing that, man. So, yeah, man, he is incredibly important to them, and it's very quiet, how he does it, because he'll just pop up on you. It honestly reminds me of, like, John Salmons. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
And how John Salmons, you look up, and John Salmons got 28. And you're like, how did John Salmons get 28 points?
Right,
I don't
yeah.
remember any of this. And you're like, yeah, he did it in those moments you weren't looking at it. And this was one of those kind of things. That third quarter, just started getting hot. And he got hot, and he got hot. And then the rebounds came, and the layups came. And, of course, the three-pointers were falling. So, yeah, he was a huge difference in that 42-point third quarter that the Charlotte Hornets had, man. That's a fun young team, and a team that you would honestly love to sit and watch in the playoffs. Like, if they get to play Detroit in the playoff series,
Yeah.
I'm sitting down. That is appointment television, bro. Like, I'm sitting down and wanting 7 games of that right there.
And considering some of the, recent history between those two teams.
Yeah, true. You want to see it. I want to see it, man. Yes, correct. That part. Yeah. So the fire is already there.
Oh, it's built in,
It's
baby.
there. It's built in, bro. So I would love to sit and watch that series. But, yeah, congratulations to them, man. And, yeah, they played well. They played very well.
Yeah. So there you go. A Bull difference maker and a
Yeah.
Hornet difference maker. Shout out to also, hey, a bunch of people showed up and showed out for Chicago today in those stands. You had Colston Loveland.
Colston was in the
baseline.
house.
You had a bunch of hockey, people from the hockey universe.
Word.
Connor Bedard and some of his teammates
was there.
representing the Blackhawks. You said the Red Stars were there too.
Red Stars in the building. Shout out to them as well, man.
How about that?
Jay Cargo in the building. She was there as well, dancing with Benny the Bull.
And
as you stated. So
also, you know what? Shout out to the Bulls who, on the fairly quick turnaround, put together yet another just great video tribute package for Coby White.
They did.
They played during one of those first quarter timeouts.
Yeah, man, and a deserving one tribute package for that,
for sure.
That young man and what he did.
If only their basketball operations department was as successful and diligent and hardworking and creative as the people who run their social media.
Shout out to
those people,
bro. For real,
that is a tough job.
Shout out.
We would know.
What up, Giddey Committee? What's going on,
hey,
bro?
What's
Shout
up,
out
Giddey
to
Committee?
you, bro. Shout out to you, man.
They were tweeting at me earlier today.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, they tweeted at me.
Okay.
When Giddey took that midi.
Oh,
and I was like, yeah, I acknowledged it and it said I liked it, but I'm like, no, you tweet that at Dave. Dave is number 1 on the call sheet when Modest takes a mid-range shot.
That's real.
That's
real.
Act number 1.
That is for real.
But yes, of course, I was happy to see it as well. Shout out. Happy to see you, Giddey Committee.
Yes.
We got to knock out another ad break when we come back on the other side. More from tonight's game. Plus, we're also going to hear a bit more from Coby White, who talked to the media at morning shoot-around. Interesting words about Billy Donovan, their relationship, how he coached him, and how he's coaching Modest.
Yeah.
Stick around for that. The like button is free. We're 18 away. Be right back.
Gary, what up?
CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Bet365. And right now, new customers who download the Bet365 app with promo code CHGO365 at sign up and place your first $5 bet on anything. Basketball, hockey, the tourney's coming around the corner. Place your first $5 bet. Win or lose that bet, doesn't matter. You can lose that bet and still we'll get $200 in bonus bets deposited directly into your account. You can use those bonus bets on just about everything. Spreads, totals, player props, futures, and more. Plus, take advantage of the NBA Tip-Off Tuesdays. That's today. Place a qualifying same-game parlay bet with the safety net bet feature on Tuesday NBA slate of games. Get up to $10 in bonus bets if the bet loses. Woo. Money in the bank. Cash. Terms and conditions apply. Whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and over. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fellas, come here. Talk to me for a second. Wake up. Got some low energy in the day. Yeah. Pooped. Even though you've gotten like 10 hours of sleep, still pooped because you just worked hard. You got to hang with the kids.
Who's getting 10 hours?
Just saying, they could have gotten 10 hours. Let's say you got 6 hours. Let's say you got 7 hours. Okay. Let's say you got 3 hours. Regardless of the hours you got, you're tired and you don't want to be. You need Game Day men's help. That's what you need, ladies and gentlemen. You need that pick-me-up that all fellas going to need when you get to a certain age. You starting at that 27. Talking to you young folks out there. You're going to need it, ladies and gentlemen. Very quick and easy process. You'll be in and out of there in about an hour. Personal care, family, local-owned clinics, extremely high success rate. Testosterone, vitamin supplements, weight loss, hair loss treatments, whatever you need, they have got it. So you can start your best life with Game Day Men's Health. Check out those locations in Skokie, Naperville, Libertyville, and much more. Or scan that QR code to find the one closest to you. GameDayCHGO.com. Go there to find one closest to you.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along. Thanks for hanging out with us, Bulls Nation. We are climbing and getting closer to that 100 like threshold we need to end the night on a tankathon spin. Shout out to our guy, Prison Mike, again, who pointed out some other wins around the league. Bucks won, Mavs won, Pels won. We need a spin, chat. Wonderful results across the league tonight for Chicago.
It's what you wanted to see. What you wanted to see. We saw it tonight, man.
In case you missed it, check out our Monday episode from this week, talking all things importance of tanking.
This is true.
And the crazy amount of tanking games left on the Bull schedule and across the league.
Yes.
Quick reminder before we dive back in that we are running our Draft Combine Die Hard sale going on right now. In the spirit of NFL Draft Combine Week, and shout out to our CHGO Bears crew. Make sure you're following along with all their great coverage. For the Combine, we're offering our latest $36 for your first year sign-up offer. To become a CHGO diehard, you get all the perks. You get a free shirt of your choice when you sign up. That basically pays for the membership itself. Then you get 20% off every other time you shop in the merch locker. T-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of other stuff. We got pint glasses. We got flags. We got pennants. We got all kinds of fun stuff. Plus access to the Diehards Only Discord. Great hangout, great chat. Access to Diehards Only writing and reporting from our wonderful crew of writers, including our own Willie Gottlieb. Millions of reasons to sign up. $36 first year offer. Top of that list. Take advantage.
Take advantage, ladies and gentlemen. Take
Because
advantage.
when NBA draft season rolls around, you're going to want access to that NBA draft guide for diehards, just like you want access to that NFL draft guide for diehards.
Yes, man. You're going to want it.
You're going to want it.
And need it, too.
You got to want it.
You gotta want it, guys.
Okay.
Eat lightning and grab thunder.
Yes. So, of course, along with the headline of, hey, Modest had 32, that's fun. Coby White, first game as a Hornet. Also, first game back in Chicago. One and the same. He talked to the media at morning shoot-around. We played a little bit of that in our pregame show tonight, talking about what he wanted to be remembered for here in Chicago, a player who could be proof to others and an inspiration to others of doesn't matter where you're drafted, doesn't matter what the expectations are year one, you can always get better, you can always evolve your game, which I thought was very insightful and, very selfless kind of commentary from Coby as we discussed in pregame. He also was asked about his relationship with Billy Donovan and Billy's role in the development we saw of Coby White, the basketball player, from year rookie to year last as a Bull. And he had some pretty interesting thoughts about Billy that I think Bulls fans can react to in any number of ways.
All right.
Joey, if you will.
He was a huge part. I always give him he always tries to say, like, I worked, but I always give him a lot of credit for how far I came, just because he is hard. When you're a young player, he is very hard on you. It's a lot of tough love, but it's all out of he sees something in you, and he's from New York. He's battle tested, so he tries to. That's his way of kind of seeing how tough you are. Like, can you respond? So. He was like that. He was like that with Io as well. He was like that with Pat. Like, he was like that with a lot of young guys that came in here. Modest is going through it right now. And it did. If you respond the right way, it's going to do nothing but make you better. And not only, we built a great relationship, like, as player coach, but, he's been a guy that supported me off the court as well. And we built a great relationship off the court. So that's a relationship that'll last forever.
That was Coby earlier today. Shout out to our guy, Will the Goat, who got that footage at morning shoot-around. Dave, your thoughts on what Coby has to say there?
I mean, it's good to hear.
It's kind of conflicting, right?
It is. It is conflicting.
Yeah.
But it's good to hear him say those things because I believe that of what he's saying as far as Billy helping his career and his game. And also showing them a different side. I definitely believe in what he says is tough love.
Tough love.
Out there for sure. Billy's hard on those guys, man. Like, he's hard on those players, as a good coach usually is, right? So I like the fact he's giving him credit for his growth within his game because, truth be told, a lot of that growth happened under Billy's watch. We saw Coby getting better, and then we saw us do him like this during his career, but then we just saw him continue to elevate. Billy's great, man, especially with guards, bro. Like, that's just a fact. Like, he is excellent with guards. He speaks the language because he was one himself. I love the fact that he threw in, he's from New York, bro. Like, he got that New York thing about him. And if you know anything about that, y'all understand exactly kind of what he's saying. But, yeah, Billy is hard and tough on you. And what was the saying? We were saying this yesterday about the saying if they're not talking to you, then it's an actual issue.
It's something that Tim Legler said in one of our chats with him earlier this season, and the Billy coaching guys harder and specifically coaching Modest harder and holding him to a higher standard and teaching him lessons by pulling him out of games sometimes to yell at him and tell him what he did wrong. And Legler said from back in his playing days and experience as an NBA player, like, it was good news if your coach harped on you and harped on you a lot, because as Coby said in that clip, it means that that coach sees something in you and wants to manifest the best possible version of it and fine-tune it and chisel it like a gorgeous statue.
Marble.
Legler said it's when your coach stops even talking to you.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're in trouble. That's when you know your coach is thrown in the towel on developing you and trying to help you build your game.
Yeah.
And clearly with Coby and now with Modest, Billy did not stop talking. Billy kept yammering.
Kept going at it. Eco Bean saying, why isn't he giving tough love to P. Will? He just said he did.
Yeah.
Coby just literally
and Westward Vagabond in the chat said, LOL, clearly Pat did not respond well to that.
That's the difference, right?
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
He gave him, because who forgets chicken parm? Like, who forgets that? You know what I mean? I remember that
The
forever.
early days of CHGO.
Yes, correct,
Oh,
man.
God.
When Billy was going in on that dude about that chicken farm and coming into practice like that. Like, dude, what are you doing? That was being tough on him for that reason. He absolutely was tough on Patrick Williams. He can't control how you respond to it. Coby responded. Ayo responded. You know what I mean? We're watching Modest respond. We saw it in this game. We didn't see Patrick Williams respond, to it, man. So sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not a perfect thing, And again, I think it works better on guards, personally. His version, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it works better on guards.
Well, so it's a fascinating thing to hear from Coby. He was the longest tenured Bull at the time he was traded.
He was
with Billy. Like, yes, he started his NBA career with He Who Must Not Be Named, bald-headed menace, but he spent significantly more time under the coaching and tutelage of Billy Donovan.
Yeah.
And Bulls fans talk endlessly about whether the Bulls as an organization, but in recent years, very specifically, Billy Donovan, has what it takes to develop young talent in this league that is drafted into the team and turn them into the best versions of themselves or better versions of themselves than the player they are when they walk through the Advocate Center doors for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I understand lots of Bulls fans raising that question with Billy, and not just raising the question, but loudly voicing their skepticism of his ability to do so, because there is evidence that you can name several players on that list to suggest no, or certainly he's not great at that.
Right.
Here's one of his longest tenured Bulls saying to the world, Billy coaches, he coaches us hard. He asks a lot of us. He gives you tough love. And I wouldn't be the player I am without Billy Donovan's coaching.
Yeah.
That's a relationship that lasts a lifetime. Maybe some percentage of that is quote-unquote lip service, but I find it hard to believe that 100% of that from Coby White is lip service.
Agreed. 100%.
And Coby got better.
Yeah. Which is the point. And also, this is arguably the best player on the team telling you this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This isn't the role player telling you. This is one of the best players on the squad that was saying this, man. Could you move that, please, Joey C, for us 1 second? I'm just responding to Johnny saying, stop. The Hornets have terrible defense and amazing offense. As Matt told us in pregame, as of January, they are 10th in the NBA in defense. So their defense is doing their thing, man. So it's not just offense, or not just offense for them, man. They're doing it both ways, offense and defense. And you saw it, honestly, again like that for them tonight, man. So we'll see how it goes as the season continues on, but 10th.
Right.
Top 10 defense since January, bro. That's a serious thing. But Coby, man, everything he's saying, and hearing it from your star player saying that stuff, I feel like it resonates a lot.
Yeah.
Just hearing him say that. He said this. We've heard Ayo say this stuff too, just about Billy and how much they like Billy and how important he is to their careers. Not just, them. He talked about him as a man. Coby was mentioning that stuff as well. And if you ever have blessed enough to have the opportunity to speak to Billy Donovan, you'll get that feeling, from him, bro. Even just talking to him about a movie or something like that, you'd be like, man, I want to talk to Billy Donovan a little more, just to pick his brain. He is that kind of open guy. But I like that he's hearing that he's holding his guys accountable, and when he sees talent in guys, he's on it. Again, everybody doesn't respond to everything. Some things you have to say to certain players a different way. The thing about coaches is some coaches ain't going to change how they are.
Right.
You're going to have to either adapt to how I do it, or you just ain't going to get it. And that's not a right or wrong way. I'm just saying that's how some coaches are in their way. And Billy Donovan, from what I'm hearing, that's what it sounds like he is in his way. It's worked for him. He's in the Hall of Fame. It worked for him, man. So it's not an issue per se with me in how he's approaching these things, man. And, it's going to be hard for him to change his spots, though, going into the new iteration of what the Bulls are.
Yeah, and real quick before we go to break, Johnny in the chat saying, Billy has the most long undeserved leash on the earth and in history of the NBA. Bleep anyone that says different. Okay, look.
History.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing. That's a long and winding
long
history with
baby.
a lot of head coaches in it. But current longest tenured active NBA head coaches.
Yeah.
Spo Heat. Kerr Warriors, Donovan Bulls.
Bang.
One of these things is not like the others. Yeah, nobody's arguing that. I said on Twitter yesterday, get us the out of here. Yeah. You can have a more layered conversation than other than just Fire, Billy. We got to knock out our last ad break. We heard a jingle. We'll talk to Goat on the other side of it. Stick around, Bulls Nation, for Goat and for that tank spin. It's free. CHGO Bulls is brought to you by Huel. Dave, we are in the last week of February already. Isn't that crazy?
It's true.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Let's bring it on March.
Yeah.
But just because we're cooking our way through 2026 doesn't mean that it's time for you to give up on your health, especially your protein goals. That's where Huel comes in. A perfect solution for high protein routine support, busy days, habit building, convenience, and control this year. Comes in 2 different formulas, the ready to drink one, bam, right here. Or for those days you do have a few more minutes around the house, the protein powder that you can stir up it yourself with your Huel bottle. Either way, you're getting 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals without any artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors. It is also gluten-free, and it drinks for under $5 a meal. Because that's what it is. It drinks like a meal. Take advantage of the limited time offer at Huel.com/Bulls15 with promo code Bulls15 at checkout to get 15% off your online order. New customers only. Again, promo code Bulls15. Shout out to Huel for sponsoring the show. If you need protein, Huel is game changer.
Speaking of game changers, ladies and gentlemen, you know that Game Time. That's what they do over there. It's always changing the game because guess what? They got those zone deals. They are awesome. You can save even more money when you choose the section and let Game Time go on and do the selecting. Of course, got the Matt and Big Dave favorites. The sea views. Where we sitting? We need to find out, stretch it out. Where will we get out of here at? Where's the bathrooms at? Where's the commissaries? All that stuff we need to know. Lowest price guarantee. The Game Time ticket coverage. It comes with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. So take that guesswork out of buying those NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use that code CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase.
There's blind.
Man, I said CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase.
There's blind.
Download the Game Time app today. Don't Joey say what time is it?
Game time. You like that?
I did.
I do.
I did.
Hey, Joe, why don't we talk to the GOAT? Why don't we talk to the GOAT? GOAT joining us on the Xfinity.
Gotta get it. Let's do it.
That's where it's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Don't you take it away.
Joining us on that Xfinity mobile call-in line. That's brand new. Our guy, Willie Gottlieb from the UC. GOAT, obviously, headline 1 tonight was Coby White returns in his Hornets debut, but right there, headline 1B, Modest Buzelis with a career-high 32. Where would you like to start, sir?
Actually, wrong. Headline 1 is that we're no longer calling this the Go Talk Hotline, apparently. That's
That's right. That happened while you've been at the UC for the last week.
That happens when you're on homestand, Goat.
what was the question? That was the only thing I could think about.
Of course, focus on you. Yes, we get it.
No, Coby White, yeah, I mean, his return, we got to talk with him this morning and seeing him before the game and just walking around. And, the first thing he said after the game was like, you kind of realized that there's so many people that just like have an impact on you that you don't really feel until you go through it like that. And so I think having the fans there cheering for him and wearing his jersey now that he's in a different uniform, I think that all that stuff really meant a lot. And, the one thing he mentioned a couple of times is like the people that always believed in him. I think he's a guy that really had a chip on his shoulder about and he's admitted it, like that he was not a great player right out of the gate. Like he had some high scoring games, but he was not a great player. But if there's anything that talking with Billy Donovan, talking with Coby or his teammates that I've learned is that this guy really turned into a great player, a great leader, and a great winner. And he really knows how to play the right way. And you can just tell he's excited about what the Hornets have cooking and how good they have been. And they have been very good since January 1st, number 1 net rating in the entire NBA. And so for him to join that kind of a team, his hometown team, and get into the playoffs and try to make a run, I think that's really exciting. And you could just see him feeling refreshed. And the one thing he said was, that he had been with the Bulls for so long. He was entrenched in the Bulls team for so long. And like those players had been around for so long. And so he was kind of saying like, when you go to a new team now, you kind of have to like prove I can still play. And so I think that is reinvigorating to him. And I think he's excited about that challenge and excited about a new role and a different opportunity, but also a chance to really prove himself, not only to his new team, but now potentially in the playoffs.
We saw Miles Buzelis have 32 points and 7 rebounds, but damn all that. I saw him take a mid-range shot, and I lost my mind.
Whee!
And it was cash money how he did it. Was he talked to in the locker room, or was that brought up or said to Billy or anything like that? Was that discussed? And just overall, what you thought of his 32-point performance, because it just didn't come during garbage time. Like it was really sustained, like from the first quarter to the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, number one, the first thing that he said was like, I scored a lot tonight. I don't really care about that. We didn't win. And that is kind of the lens through which he looks at all of this, is like, is it impacting winning? And I think, we could talk about the tanking stuff. We talked with him about that tonight, but I think that's the mentality you want to have out of the guy that you hope is going to be your franchise player. And so that is for starters. And then I'm very happy to report to you, Dave, that we talked to both Billy and Modest about it, and they had a discussion, a long conversation. Modest had like maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours conversation. Last night he came in to work out in the Advocate Center at 8, 9 p.m. and Billy was in there, and they just kind of had to talk about like what kind of shots he was going to be. I can see how excited you are. What kind of shots he is going to be taking. And, the thing that Billy said was that he's not just like got full license to take all the mid-range jumpers in the world. The one that he really does not want him to take is the like one-legged Dirk fade. Like that's got to not be in there. But I think having the ability to just keep defenders guessing a little bit more, where he can get into the mid-range and fake a drive and then step back and like use that to his advantage. I think that's going to be something that you're going to see a little bit more with Billy's blessing, but also I think Modest has been kind of angling towards that, not like in a frustrated way, but I think that's something that, he feels like that's a part of his game. And I think he wants to explore that. And I think now the Bulls kind of have the runway to be able to do that. So I think it's sort of a slow progression, not again towards Modest. You're going to go out there and score, play 36 minutes a night and you're going to have the ball. But you saw it a lot more tonight, was not just the mid-range shot, but the playmaking and just running some pick and rolls and stuff. I think they have to explore that a little bit. And I think with that comes the ability to score in the mid-range and to be able to take those shots. I will say, like, I don't think that those are going to shots. One thing that Billy said, and I agree with tonight, 57 threes. If you are going to be shots and your opponents are going to be taking 57 threes, you're going to lose. So, like, Modest, just get loose in the mid-range DeMar DeRozan style. But I think that has to be part of his game, and I think it's going to be moving forward.
Goat, curious what you thought of Giddey's game tonight, and curious if you feel like he is still dealing with some level of hamstring discomfort, because another tough game for him tonight. 8 points, 3 of 11, 5 turnovers along with his 5 dimes, and he just doesn't seem to have that extra layer of downhill juice. We've talked about that with Jaden Ivey for other reasons, but like even Giddey, since he's come back from the hamstring, it just doesn't seem like he has the same level of, burn when he's trying to get things going downhill. And it really hampers the things that he's doing well for this team before the hamstring injury.
Not a good game from him, not a good stretch of games for him. Even the one that he scored a lot of points, it was like and I said this on the postgame show that night, he just was making his threes, but that I don't think that necessarily means that he was having a good game. And so, I don't want to say concerning yet, but like it has been a rough stretch for him. Billy pointed to a couple of things. One is just that the minutes have been tough on him, getting 5 minutes on and then like 10 minutes out, not being able to play in rhythm at all and like kind of play through his mistakes. I think that's been a challenge for him. And then from my perspective, it just kind of feels like, and this is not just Giddey, I think it's everyone, that they're kind of folding under pressure a little bit. Like when they come out and they're playing well in the first half and it's a close game, and then you lose the third quarter by like 26 points or whatever it was, like 42-16. You just can't do that. And like, I don't think that this team right now has the fortitude to be able to withstand that in a way that they would have last year. Last year, we've talked about this, they were 22-35. And they figured out a way to fight through that and like make something out of their season. Now you can talk about whether that was the best thing for them in the long term or whatever, but like they overcame that challenge and that struggle and like made something positive out of their season. And I'm not going to sit here and say that that can't happen with this group, but I think it's a lot harder. And the team is like turned upside down. You've got 7 new guys in here. You've got a bunch of guys that are playing kind of for their contract. Not to say that they're like playing selfishly, but they're on an expiring contract. And I do think that there's less of a foundation of the identity that they as an organization really believe in, just due to the fact that they've got all these new guys. So that is a challenge. And I think, like, look, I think for me, it's on Giddey to be one of the guys that steps up. I'm not saying he's not doing that. And I understand why it's a challenge. And I think like it is the best thing for this team to lose games, no doubt about it. But I think if you're going to be the guy as like the starting point guard and the ball in your hands and the highest paid player on the team and the guy that they're building around, which is what Arturas has said, like, I think he has to step up. And again, I'm not like accusing him of anything. I'm just saying, I think that needs to happen. I think that needs to happen from Modest. I think it needs to happen from Trey, from Okoro. I think it is happening. But I think it's just not to the same degree as last year without guys like Coby White and I would assume in the locker room.
And I don't know if you know the answer to all, but the Anthony Simons news that came out, we heard about his wrist and the fracture, and we heard it was just a pain tolerance, and then we heard it was something he dealt with in Boston. I'm trying to understand how the Bulls didn't know that he had a fracture in his wrist already, and he was kind of playing through it, because it just reminds me of the Coby White thing that happened when they get Coby White. They find out he has an injury, and they have to give up a draft pick because of it. I don't understand why the instance was different in this case, because it sounds like he had that fracture while he was in Boston, and he's been playing through the pain of it. So just your thoughts on this, and is in this, I believe 10 days is the max that he has, to come back. So do you expect to see him back on the floor, or was anything said about that?
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you. I think it's a really bad look to have 2 guys in Ivey and Simons both deal with pre-existing injuries and also have to give up one of the picks that you got for Coby White for that same thing, but not be able to do that for Ivey or for Simons now. So I think it's a bad look. I think it's just another sort of mishandled situation. I don't know whether they were, did they not get physicals or something? I'm not sure how they wouldn't have known about that. But I think what happened was that he had a small fracture in his wrist during preseason with the Celtics, and he sat out for about 10 days. And then he came back, and it was just kind of a pain tolerance thing, and he was playing through it. And then I think he re-aggravated it in that last game when he fell, or whenever it was, 2 games ago. And now he re-aggravated it again, and he's going to have to sit out for a little while just to like let I don't know if it's swelling or just pain, discomfort, whatever it may be, to let that subside. And I think the idea is that once that happens in roughly a week or 10 days, whatever it may be, they didn't have like a firm timeline on it just because they weren't exactly sure how long it will take, and they don't want to be asked about it every single day. But once that pain goes away, that he will be able to come back, and that surgery is not really on the table right now. That could change if he comes back and hits it again, and then, they have to go through a procedure, or maybe he gets a procedure in the off season. That part of it is unclear, but I don't think this is a situation where he's going to be out like 6 to 8 weeks, at least yet. So that could change depending on how he responds over this time, and whether he gets hit again or whether he falls on it again in a way that re-aggravates it. I think that would be the point where maybe they do look towards the surgery option. But yeah, I mean, certainly not a great situation given that, again, with the Coby situation and having to give back one of those picks to have that happen not only to you, but also to have it happen to you twice with Ivey as well. I mean, it's not a good situation.
Well, yeah, because you mentioned it quickly before we let you go, Goat, you also had a little bit of reporting on Twitter about Ivey before this one, saying that Donovan said that they've started Ivey on a program that will try to strengthen his leg as quickly as possible, adding that Billy was confident he would come back and play. Is there any other context or details that Billy offered there when it comes to Ivey in this program? Honestly, the way it read, it was like, was he going to have Frank Thomas throw some Nugenix Total T in his direction and hope his knee feels better? What exactly is the plan with Jaden Ivey?
I think they're just kind of putting him through a training program. I don't think it's like anything really that complicated. Basically, as we've described before, there's weakness in the muscles surrounding his knee. That is what's causing pain and discomfort. If they can strengthen that, they're confident that he can come back. That hasn't changed. I think that they wanted to give him a couple of days of rest. And so that's where the program part of it is coming, where it's like now they're starting to get him back into the weight room and do some strengthening. I'm trying to just look through the transcript to see if there was anything that interesting, but I think it was just kind of the same idea of like, we're going to try to get him back. We're going to try to work him, to the point where he can get back this year. There's no expectation that he's going to miss extended time, but it's just like, this is kind of their short-term plan to make sure that he can get back out there this year.
But Matt, she'll like it too.
Not exactly encouraging, but we appreciate the insights and info as always, Goat. Bulls Nation, read his stuff, allchgo.com. Become a diehard. Promo code GOAT at sign up. Take advantage of that sale going on right now. $36 for your first year. So you can read all of Goat's stuff that is for diehards only. Follow him, Will_Gottlieb. Buddy, we get to see you back in studio for a pod tomorrow. Yay.
I will see you guys then.
All right, buddy.
With a special guest.
That's right. That was the GOAT joining us on that Xfinity mobile call-in line. Xfinity, imagine that. And as we head to a little bit of overtime here on CHGO Bulls postgame, shout out if you're watching on one of our streaming partners, Comcast Xfinity, Samsung TV, Roku, wherever. If you want that bonus coverage, just head to allchgo.com. Joey, how we doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have qualified for at least one tank spin tonight.
Right.
Let's go.
7 likes away from 2 tank spins.
Ooh. 7 away from the double. Wait, before we get to the tank spin, any super chats we need to shout out?
We do have one super chat. Very,
Okay.
very
Ghost
quickly
James.
from our guy.
Uncle Will Purdue tomorrow, fellas? You damn Skippy. Uncle Will on this set. Join us tomorrow. Talk about all things Bulls.
Yes.
I'm guessing he's got a take or two.
Just a couple. He's got a couple. Yeah, we haven't seen him since. He hasn't been on since.
No. Remember he made an unscheduled cameo.
Oh, yes. I remember.
on the Peck's cell phone hotline.
You're like, Peck, what do you think about all this? Well,
it was such a good sign through the phone. Oh, wasn't the first time. Won't be the last.
Yeah.
Heavy sighs from Uncle Will.
Oh, yeah, man. Can't wait to see him, man.
Can't wait to see him.
For real.
Also, shout out to Uncle Will, who hooked my friend up with some tickets tonight.
Oh, right.
I had a friend in town who wanted to go.
Did you hear back anything?
She sent me a picture from her seat. She said, "I'm so close." And then she texted me after the game, said, "I had a great time for all the wrong reasons. Thank you again so much." I said, Bulls secured that tank L.
Bang.
Modest put up 32.
Come on.
That was a great result.
Yes, it was.
Glad you had a great time.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm glad she got that.
Shout out to Uncle Will.
Yes.
Always doing favors for people.
Looking out. Speaking of doing favors for the people, Joey, can you give the people what they want? And remember, you're 3 likes away, ladies and gentlemen, from an additional tank spin. So if this one doesn't work out for you, you get another one, but you're going to need 3 more likes to get it. Get to 115
We're extending Tankathon crafts by 4 hours today.
Now, Joey C., you hit number 1 last time, man. How we feeling today?
Landscaping duty. Yeah, look, so my fingers have been feeling hot, but as you know, shooters eventually miss, right?
Oh,
so
hey.
let's be honest here. Let's line it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Tankathon spin. Your Chicago Bulls have lost 10 games in a row. Exactly where they want to be.
Baby.
Let's see exactly. Oh, yeah. Look at those 21s on that Dallas real quick.
I like it.
That's sexy.
I
Right?
like it.
Are we ready, ladies
Did
and
you hit the
gentlemen?
reset?
You got to hit the reset. Clean slate.
Yeah, clean slate.
There you go.
There you go.
That's the magic button.
Re-rack. All right, gentlemen.
Here we go.
Re-rack.
1, 2, 3.
Nothing there. Staying at 9, but do we have 115?
We need one like.
One more like.
for one more tank spin,
One more
y'all.
like for one more tank.
Who's going to get it done?
Was that 8 or 9 that they ended up at?
At 9.
At 9.
Started
Okay.
at 9,
at
finished
9.
at 9.
Started at 9.
So did not
Okay.
jump, did not fall.
And there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You've earned yourself a second tank spin.
All right. Bonus tank
All
spin.
right, no whammy, no whammy, no
Gotta
whammy.
reset.
I did reset.
All right. Oh.
0 for 2.
All right. Ooh, failed one.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right.
Well,
Gotta know when to walk away
You know
from the
what?
table, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, look, here's the deal with that, right? In reality,
Yeah.
great day for the Bulls.
Great
Yes.
In the simulation, tankathon
We
spin,
didn't need the
not
tank
a good
spin
day.
tonight.
So this is kind of a little neutral wash.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'd rather take reality than I will take the
100%.
simulation.
I'm with you.
100%.
And that's
think
the
you-
turd that I'm shining with those 2 bad rolls. That's what I'm going with.
Shine it up real nice.
Gio saying, I've never been so excited for a tank spin like I am right now. Gotta have something as a Bulls fan to look forward to. And yeah, I agree. We all need the tank spin.
Yes.
We don't need the tank spin to hit top 4 every night.
That's
I
right.
feel like tonight was a perfect night for the tank spin to not come through for us.
I agree with you.
Because we got to watch Coby go out there and ball.
Right.
We got to watch Modest put up a career high.
Yeah.
Bulls secured the tank L. And other teams got wins that don't need them and don't want them.
That's true.
Like, excellent results across the board.
It was.
I am sorry if you are someone who says tanking is evil and bad. It doesn't work. I hate it. Condolences to you.
That's all we have.
Tonight was a great night.
That's all we got, guys.
I'm sorry.
That's all we got. You know what I mean? We're going to need it this kind of way. They've shown they haven't been able to find the talent in any other kind of way, to be real with you. So, yeah, this is what it is, baby.
They've looked nowhere and tried nothing, and they're all out of ideas.
We've done nothing, and we're all out of ideas.
Have you considered a top 4 pick? Just saying.
Oh, check this out. Thomas Banks is actually recording the spins right now.
Oh, I
Okay.
love
Good for
that.
him.
Tracking them.
Good for
Shout
you,
out, Tom Banks.
Shout
Ninth,
out.
first, ninth. You know what?
Okay.
Wow.
That's a great average right
Okay,
there.
yeah, 2 9ths and 2 firsts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not mad at
And
that.
a second.
Yeah, and a
Penthouse and
second.
poorhouse right there. I'll take it.
All right. All
Also,
right.
shout out to you, Thomas, for doing the Lord's work there.
Yeah. I like the fact it's 2-2 between
Yeah.
that first and the ninth. I
That
like
that is harder work than I have been doing tracking our Goon of the Night victories all season recently.
recently.
It's been a minute.
You haven't had to.
I
So
have
it's all
never
right.
had to pull up
No.
the tab of my notes app of Goon of the Night victory tally in January.
It's been a minute.
If they lose on Thursday, it will be a goonless
Over.
February.
Yep. It will be a goonless February.
So that Thursday game, man,
Yeah.
against Portland, bro,
Yeah.
that's been called the one.
Huge
You
game.
play a
Huge game.
huge tank implications.
Bulls fans want Blazers dubs.
Yeah.
Want Blazers to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Want that Blazers first round pick.
Yeah.
And the Blazers just a couple wins ahead of the Bulls.
Yeah,
Those,
man. We're just helping them get to their destination so we can get to ours. That's all. Together, we're doing it as one.
That's right.
That's all. So let's see what this kind of looks like, because it's kind of a biggie.
And speaking of that Bulls Blazers game, we will be at the Standard in Wicker Park
we will.
this Thursday, day after tomorrow, hanging out, starting at 6 p.m. Tip-offs at 7. Our friends from Michelob Ultra will be there. They've got a Pop-A-Shot. They will bring it. We will have a Pop-A-Shot contest. Winner of that Pop-A-Shot contest gets 4 free tickets to Bulls Suns on April 5th. Just show up. It's free. Come hang out. It's free. Get around to the Pop-A-Shot. That's free.
Yes.
You can walk away with free tickets.
Free.
Either way, you'll walk away with good vibes.
Yes, you will. Oh, that's a guarantee. Okay? Because Joey C is in the building.
I'm going to go home tonight and just practice my spins because I'm going to the gym, dude.
I'm going to the gym.
You know what?
Matter.
His wife, why are you still up, Joey C? Got to be ready.
Click.
Reset. Reset.
Click.
Reset. Click.
This is what it's going to take, guys.
Matthew McConaughey from Wolf of Wall Street might have an idea for it. Helps your fingers dial faster. Helps your math compute. Yeah. Got a little secret for you. It's called takeathon.com. We'll get out of here for tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us, Bulls Nation, in that chat tonight and every night. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the regular chats. Thanks for the likes that helped us get to our Tankathon fun.
Yes.
Shout out to our guy, Joey C. On them controls, kicking it as always. Joey, you back with us tomorrow with Uncle Will?
You know it, man.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Follow Joey C, Joey Sports Guy on the Twitter machine. Tune in to CHGO Cubs. Their stuff is cooking. Baseball.
30 days till opening day.
Let's go.
Right.
Baseball's happening. Big Dave, Bow, BAWL Sports. Our guy, Will to Go, Will_Gottlieb. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Shout out to you, Bulls Nation. Appreciate you. Love you so much. We will talk to you tomorrow, live pod at 4:30 Central with Uncle Will in the saddle. See you, everybody. Good.
Love y'all, man. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.